Hey everybody, my name is Wyatt and I'm Ferda Tunes, and today we got another episode of Diving In, where I dive headfirst into an artist's discography and go album to album kind of thing, and this is part 2 of doing Kero Kero Bonito. I did a reaction and gave my quick thoughts on their mixtape Intro Bonito, but I really wanted to just really dive in and focus on this album here, Bonito Generation, which seemed to be their big blow-up record, and then in the next video I'll be focusing on their big Time and Place album, which seemed to just blow people out of the water, and I'm really excited to get to. But I've heard so much about this album, and I've heard a few snippets here and there on Twitter and stuff, but as usual for a big project in this series, I'll do like a pretty much full-fledged review at the end and just give my full thoughts and break it down a bit and just give it a day or two and live with it. But I have to do a first reaction to it too, you know what I mean? I can't. Like, this is just such fun music, and I just feel like I'm gonna fall so deeply in love with this. Okay, I got a little caught up in shooting the first reaction and everything. That was an unimaginably fun first listen. Like I think I mentioned yesterday, just labeling this as just a pop album is not the move, because sound-wise, it's really all over the place, and they were pulling from a lot more synth pop than I remember, and a lot of 80s vibes from other elements of the production. So the nostalgia factor is still really strong, but they don't rely on that to bring specific feels or emotions to their songs. That is Sarah's job. Her performances all over these tracks are super essential for the whole sound of the album, and most of the songs especially. Her melodies fit the tracks just perfectly, and the way she switches from English to Japanese and just seamlessly flows through these tracks while still bringing so many surprises lyrically and just flow-wise, just her delivery.
What's that in the sky? Could it be? It's KKD. Eat your breakfast and you'll be fine. Everybody, engines.
And again, using these interesting song topics like singing about a fish in a bowl or waking up to school graduation. Whether they're metaphors and have deeper meanings or not, they're all just unimaginably enjoyable to me. Trampoline gives me this exact feel. It doesn't take a genius to realize the metaphor wrapped around the track, but it can still be enjoyed as this almost novelty pop song that's just about trampolines, and it's just pure, simple fun. Yo, I fucking love trampolines, man. Yo, I love... How are they gonna make just a song about trampolines, man? And it's fucking hard. Oh, that's some chill wave shit. Yo, I could easily see that becoming my favorite song by them, period. Everything you'd want from just great pop songs is here, but it blends such a strong, unique feel to nearly every single track, and I think that alone is what really pulled me into loving this album so much. Yo, come on! A lot more very odd instrument choices that just kept things interesting, and I think I mentioned just how colorful the percussion was, but there'd be these sounds that would just pop up out of nowhere and just take your focus onto something else for a few seconds. Oh man, I'm so happy! I will literally feel elements of J-pop quite obviously throughout every track. A lot of electronic influence, I want to say breakbeat at times, and even hip-hop too. Like, there are verses where Sarah Bonito is straight rapping to the beat. There's no way around it.
Car, top down, run a block, not too fast. All I need is bass on the stereo, so I turn it up. I don't know you, but that sounds fresh.
You're straight rapping. I also remember seeing someone slapping the shoegaze label on them, and I didn't get that at all until I heard one of my favorite songs on the album, Fishbowl. I pray they venture more into that sound on future releases, because God, I think they could just do amazing things with it. Some songs feel a lot more like just fully fleshed out typical pop songs, but not in a generic way whatsoever, and even if they were, they'd still feel like hits. Songs like Big City and Break are just at their core just super uniquely written and just have extremely imaginative production. synth pop shit. Oh, I loved that. There was so many different vibes going on in the production, I feel like. Oh.
I got a smile on my face, 'cause now I'm safe. Bye. I know it seems good, but really it's easy enough.
Like I said, they're just pulling from so many different genres and eras even. Like I said, there's a lot of 80s feel that I got out of this album. And with that, it's hard not to feel enthralled and almost overwhelmed with just happiness and just positivity and the sweet vibes that this album gives off throughout nearly every element of it. There's so many genres blended together here overall, and not in the most obvious way as some artists do. It's very subtle, and I think this helps keep the childlike sweetness of most of the songs more than enough intact. Even on the harder hitting songs like Lip Smack, it's all there and it's quite prevalent.
The men four finger tap left tap. Yeah, you know it.
Oh,
Fingertip
fuck.
on the lips which they can't believe I have to rap on track. So you get it.
Man, this shit is bouncing, bro. I think overall this album felt like a joyride through my mind or something. It felt like everything great and sweet and cute about life was just put into these narratives and just fleshed out into these unbelievable pop songs. I enjoyed this album more than I had even expected to, and I had high expectations for it, but on a real personal level, like, I really see myself returning to this album quite a bit. Some songs just stuck out to me way too much for me to forget, and I'm just really happy I finally fucking listened to this. And like I said, I was mad at myself for just sleeping on it for so long, because it's so great. And this just made me a trillion times more excited for their latest album, Time and Place. I'm also going to be covering their EP. I can't remember what it's called, but I had two friends tweet at me and were just like, yo, don't miss this one. So I got y'all. I ain't gonna miss anything, you know. If there's highlights, I need to hear them, because clearly I fell deeply in love with, just love their whole sound and just their whole vibe, really. I can't deny how colorful and playful it is. I just adore it. So thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to get into the next part, and I'll see you guys there. This band just feels like one of those artists to me that I just personally, I don't know, I don't love saying this, but I just don't really see how you could hate them. Like, really, like, have a burning passion in your soul of just, oh, I fucking hate Kero Kero Bonito. Like, really? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I totally get just being like, oh, nah, like, that's not my thing. Like, nah, you know, totally get it. But to just be like, oh my god, that shit's trash. Like, how could you listen to that? And I've seen some motherfuckers on Twitter, and I know how people are on Twitter, you fucking bean jobs, but Jesus Christ, like, that was fucking fantastic. Seriously, very versatile track list, but fucking every track was basically a banger and a half. There were so many standout tracks on there, and the whole track list was super tight. It wasn't too long. Oh my, I'm really just trying to jump on a trampoline to where I want to be, man. Like, just they don't miss on this album. It's fucking, every track has been hitting. Just melodies are so sticky. Oh man, I love those fucking whatever they are, synths, I don't know.